but I had a fear within me that I was full of crap. And part of this is because of people like I talked about, the guru that I had respect for, that totally dropped the ball when they said that channelers were false. And then we wonder why those of us on our spiritual journey are afraid to share our story. Shame on you. Shame on you for that. Shame on you for calling yourself enlightened when you are not open to limitless possibilities. Shame on you for grouping everyone in one group. Shame on you for that. Hello and welcome, beautiful sacred souls. This is part 2 to a channeling that I brought to you, speaking about some things that had happened. Part 1 is a channeling and a perspective. Okay, so whatever you believe, I'm not asking you to believe in my truths. Discern for yourself. So I talked about this card reading that I had laid out. Now I laid out this card reading for myself a couple weeks ago, like I said in the other video. So I'm not going to get into that. I'm just going to get into reading the energies that are here and what Spirit talked about with me and what has happened, since I've laid out this card reading that really shows me that I'm not full of poop. So we're starting with the Two of Wands and the Devil energy crossing it. Two of Wands, is really about, inspired action, really, choice, passionate choice. And here crossing it, we have the Devil. Well, the Devil is a really fiery energy as well. And this Devil is talking to me about the belief system that you aren't able to upgrade. It's talking to me about how old habits are coming back around one last time, trying to deter you from your mission. It's talking to me about things coming into your life, making it difficult for you to move forward on a new project or a new direction, or continue into a higher level of what it is that you are already doing. Whatever promotion that is, it is saying that, hey, you're not good enough. Okay? That's what this is talking about to me today. And remember, I put these cards out for myself. So if this resonates with you, hey, you go right ahead. If you're here, it likely will. Okay? A lot of the readings that I do are from my own experience as well. All right? And all of us tap into our own experiences. That's what makes us authentic. Because we know what we're talking about because we've done it. We didn't just read it somewhere. We've done it. We've experienced it. That's the difference between somebody that has not had life experience and somebody that has. Okay? At the root here is the Hierophant. Well, all of you know that I'm a spiritual teacher. That is my greatest love, really, is to help others to understand. I learn so much from my students that it is really a reflection that I am so honored to do. And this is my passion, really what drives me, is sharing the knowledge, sharing the wisdom. And with the Ten of Wands being up here in the mind, this is talking to me about my teachings. It's talking to me about where the wisdom comes from, the burdens that I have carried for myself and for others. It's talking about the experience that I've had. And it's fascinating for me because Spirit has told me of late that I actually did a a plant medicine ceremony here recently, and I'm going to talk about that as well. I'm going to do some videos on that. Spirit is encouraging me to do that. It's not something I ever thought I would do, but I did do it. And Spirit came to me and said that I had done enough work on the shadow, that it's now time for me to bring that wisdom forward. That is it's the end of that part of the journey, that it's time now for me to be able to receive from all of that experience that I have had. Queen of Pentacles is sitting in the recent past here, which is really someone that is a hard worker. Okay, working hard, always working, always working. This has definitely been my life here. Always working. Like I say, I try to put out videos on a daily basis for you guys to help you, and I kind of skipped a couple of days here. Well, I skipped a couple of weeks of reading, so I'm really kind of behind the 8 ball now, but Spirit is telling me that I'm going to be doing my readings in a little different way, and this might even be an indication of what has come forward here with doing this today. But I know that I have spent a lot of time working and on the details and really figuring out what my path is, and maybe being too detailed in what my path is, rather than being worried that it wasn't good enough of a product to put out. That I couldn't be my authentic self because my authentic self doesn't match with others that I see. Because some of the information that I receive and that I have received, that I did recordings of myself, channeling it 2-3 years ago, are coming out now, that I'm seeing other channelers doing too. I didn't post a lot of this. So that is something that is coming in through the ethers that others are receiving as well. But I had a fear within me that I was full of crap. And part of this is because of people like I talked about, the guru, that I had respect for, that totally dropped the ball when they said that channelers were false. And then we wonder why those of us on our spiritual journey are afraid to share our story. Shame on you. Shame on you for that. Shame on you for calling yourself enlightened when you are not open to limitless possibilities. Shame on you for grouping everyone in one group. Shame on you for that. As you can tell, this is really passionate for me. It really hit a nerve and really triggered me with that, because it is something that I have been struggling with because of what I receive and because of my own authenticity. And to have someone come on that millions of people trust and say that, like, that set the spiritual community back in my mind. And shame on those that believe that believe in only one guru. I pray that you are seeing my video and that you saw that, and that you know that you are not false. That what you are receiving is real. Coming towards me is the Justice card here, which talks about balancing, fairness, right? Equaling out this burdens with this knowledge here, right? It's time now. It's time now for the scales to be balanced. And even on this scales here, there is the wisdom. And look at this. Here's the little rat. Isn't that fascinating? How we have a little rat on this side of the scale. Spreading false truths against the all-knowing, the all-seeing owl. You guys, I can't even make this up. I mean, I didn't even see this until just now. Amazing. And then here we have the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords, look at the butterfly here like this. The Page of Swords is someone that's not afraid to speak up. This is the current energy here that is within whoever this reading is for. Me or you, if you're resonating with it. You know, transforming. Not being afraid to speak your truth. To tell it like it is. The energy around you is death. Transformation. There has been, I feel like there has been a tower moment back further, but they wanted to talk about the hard work that was put into this with me, but I feel like there was a tower moment that brought you like the one did with me when I saw that guru saying that, right? And it triggered me. I feel like there was a tower moment that brought you through this transformation. When you finally stood up and said, F you, and shame on you for spreading rumors about things that you have no knowledge of. And I feel like this is the energy that is moving through the collective right now. You finally got to a point of saying, that's enough. I've had enough. You're not going to dim my light anymore. Here's the star. Healing. This is the energy right now that you're a little bit afraid of. You're a little bit afraid of that. This is about reaching for your North Star. It's about being different. It's about being different. But I really, really feel that with this being here, with the death being here, with the devil being here, with the Hierophant being here, the scales of justice, I really feel that this is talking about you finally being healed and finding that North Star. Being able to step up and step out. Because the final outcome here is the shaman. The magician. This is the energy of the magician here. This is a brand new journey, right? It's the first step after the Fool. The Fool is a blank slate. This is the first step in manifesting a new life. See the wand? You see the sword there? Surrendering. Whenever I see a sword that is down like that, and I've talked about this before, it always feels to me like there's a surrender. Okay? A surrender to power. And look at the alchemy that's happening within this card. You are about to create your own world. This is kind of like, this card is kind of like, I don't give a damn what you think. This is my life, and I'm going to live it in the way that serves me, because I deserve it, because I have worked hard. Okay? I have conquered this guy. Okay? He's not ruling you anymore. This could even be somebody that's telling you that you're not who you know you are. Creating doubts within you again. To be able to go ahead and do what you're being called to do. which is about teaching from your own wisdom. And this is wisdom of this lifetime and past lifetimes, is what they're talking about here. This is a huge, huge glow up, you guys. It's a complete shift. It's a timeline jump. People talk about timeline jumps all the time. I've witnessed it a few times myself. And when you go into a timeline jump, a lot of people don't trust it because sometimes they'll step back because our body's adjusting to it. So we kind of step back and forth before we step fully into it. And that's the doubt that is around us that creates that. Okay? And that's normal. Don't beat yourself up for it. Okay? You've had a really, really long journey of conquering this. Okay? And you've had periods of complete clarity with this death card here. Complete clarity. I feel like you have balanced the masculine and feminine aspects within your life, and you are learning how to. And the cards, I don't know if you can see them over here or not, but I've got the cards of speak up, remorse or guilt, ending, and a power. And this is talking to me about the ending of this guilt. No more feeling guilty for your powers. No more feeling guilty because you're confident within yourself. No more feeling guilty because of who you are. No more giving that power to somebody else when you help someone and they say, oh, thank you, and you say, oh, it's not me. Who do you think has done the work in order to allow that to come through them? You have. You have. You are an aspect of consciousness, of source, of God, whatever you want to call it. You are that. And when you deny that, you give your power away to somebody else, saying, oh, I'm not big enough to do that. Somebody else is doing that, not me. Okay? Step into your power. Step into your power. It has taken me a long time to embrace that. That I am a part of the whole. I am a part of consciousness itself. And I have access to all of that. And it is my choice. And it depends on my healing journey. How much have I healed that I am ready? Can I hold that energy? Can I hold it for myself? Can I hold it for someone else? Okay. What a channel means is that we are able to hold more light so that we can bring that wisdom through from other aspects of consciousness, because other beings are aspects of consciousness. Okay? Just in a different form. So that energy that comes through us, we are able to read that and channel that, whether it be through light codes, light language, speaking, bringing messages, sometimes toning, singing, whatever that is, however that is expressed through you. Own it. Own it as your expression of the God energy that exists within you. That's what I'm being told. Own it as your expression of the God energy that exists within you. Okay? That's beautiful. Okay, I'm going to turn over these cards. Okay, Celestial Teacher. Well, isn't that just fascinating? Limitless. I believe I mentioned Limitless as well. Let's see what else we have here. Timeout. Yes, which I said. I have been in a big timeout for the last couple of weeks. This reading's been laying here. Cosmic Connection. Mm-hmm. And Compassion. Yes. And I really do feel that it's necessary for us to have, compassion for others as well. To have compassion for their small-mindedness, I guess. Right? Because they aren't ready to embody that. But just because somebody else says something doesn't mean that they are right. It doesn't mean that it's the truth. And everybody graduates into different truths and continual truths. If you asked me 10 years ago about what I'm doing now, I'd have been like, what? What are you talking about? You know? So we all graduate, we all grow, and we should be continually growing. That is how we ascend. That is how we move closer, you know, to that that God energy, that connection. So this is really beautiful, you guys. I have the Sire of Swords as the underlying energy here, which is the King of Swords. Okay, the King of Swords is a really good listener as well. Okay, so really listening to the guidance. And then underneath, interestingly enough, like this had tipped over when I came to do the reading, the Hanged Man is there, and the Hanged Man is about a pause, which is the time out, which we've already talked about as well in the last couple of videos. So I'm going to close these cards out, and I'm going to ask for some advice in some other cards and see what we get here. I'm just going to clear the table because I feel like this energy has been ongoing, and now that we have brought it together, I'm just going to put the Magician on top here because this is the outcome we expect, and limitlessness on top of that. These are the cards that they give to me from my little handheld deck. Now I've just done another deck with messages on it, as well as astrological, you know, signs, whether it be your moon, your sun, your rising, it doesn't matter. And I'm going to get some messages here, asking Spirit what they want to say. What is the messages that they want to bring to close this reading out? Okay. Okay. Apparently that one's important. Is there any other? Oh, they're telling me to reveal these first. You are able to connect with animals and other beings. Practice this. So those of you that are a channel as well, like that is part of it, is being able to channel anything. Everything has a presence, an energy about it. So when you are able to bring yourself to that energetic frequency, you are able to connect with them. And there can be a conversation with that, a knowing, okay? So they want you to know that. That is part of your gifts. Understanding of higher information, okay? So that's something else they're bringing. They say you have an understanding of higher information, and there's no need to defend your position. Okay? And then we have, you have balanced the masculine and feminine. I just said that at the end, just before I started doing this. You have balanced the masculine and feminine. Now you must become the child once again. Now you are the parent. You are parenting your own child, your inner child. Okay? You have the ability to bring forward that wonderment and sense of awe through that little child. Okay, and then we have Sagittarius, and this is the card that threw out here. And Sagittarius is someone that is, it's a fire sign as well. There was a lot of fire in here. Somebody that follows their heart, okay? Which is why I put these hearts on here. They're somebody that is, they don't really care what other people think, typically. You know, they just kind of follow whatever direction they want to follow, right? They follow their heart. What else do we have, Spirit? Just bring me a couple more and then we will close this out. This reading is quite long. If you are still with me, I just want to take a moment and say thank you. for all of your support that you bring to me. I so appreciate it, and I love each and every one of you. Okay. So we have Aquarius, and this is interesting because I was thinking about like following your heart, but also reaching for that North Star, and we had Aquarius within this reading as well, which is what you were afraid of, right? Going towards that North Star, following your own north, whatever that is for you, okay? Your truth, your authentic self, okay? And there's a little bit of fear of stepping into that, but this is talking about what is coming, okay? Your soul wants to express itself in its true authenticity. Don't hold back. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're going to get a couple more here. So during my downtime, you guys, I put together these cards. Just really trying to listen to my soul. Okay, they're telling me to turn this one first. You have a deep understanding of others. Foster that toward yourself. What this is talking about is being kind to yourself, and this is about, letting go of that guilt. Okay? Don't be afraid to speak your truth, but in a kind way. Also, don't waste your words on those that are not in a place where they can understand. Okay? You have the ability to connect and to feel that energy. Don't waste your energy on those that have no ability or are not in a place where they can understand at any level where you're at. Okay? Just let them be right. Okay? When they call BS to you, say, okay, but right? You know. It's when somebody pretends to be at that level or puts out that they are at that level and then they call you BS. That's when you need to kind of stand up, because they should have an understanding because they're teaching it. Those that are at a place where they don't have an understanding just need love. You are the fire. Use it to forge your own path. Okay, one more. One more, Spirit. What do we have here? One more. Thank you. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. Stop caring about it so much. That's a lesson to me. Right? It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. It doesn't really matter what they think. But when they are in a position of authority where they can push that on someone else, and create fear or doubt within that person, that's when someone else needs to stand up for those beliefs. Okay, let's get a quick oracle card here. And then that will be it for today. We're getting up to the half-hour mark here. Just give me two, Spirit. One more, please. They told me to check this one out first, and I didn't listen, so this is my fault that this happened. That's what happens when I don't listen to the divine. They say, okay, well, we're just going to make you pick up a bunch of cards then, because you're not listening to us. So, breakthrough. Okay. All right. Yeah. So that is what this energy has been about, and I said it feels like a tower moment, and that's kind of what this card talks about, right? Is a breakthrough. You have had a breakthrough into something, some kind of belief, false belief that you've released or something like that. Stillness. Yeah. Interesting, because we've had the stillness card here several times throughout this reading about taking a pause, right? And a lot of times we think that we have to go, go, go in order to have a breakthrough, when what we require is stillness in order for us to hear ourselves, to go within our own depths, so that we're not listening to others. We need to listen to ourselves. So in doing that, you will definitely have a breakthrough. If you already haven't, I know I have. I feel that it came through in a very powerful way. And I believe there will still be remnants of it that come through as well, as I decide how I'm going to handle my channel and my readings and things that I do on a go forward basis. Because I am a channel medium, I am a healer, I do channel meditations, light codes, and things like that, and I feel like I have gotten away from that, and that is really a deep love of mine, the teaching mode of it. So, beautiful souls, I hope you have a fabulous day, and I can't wait to hear all about whatever breakthrough you have had. Please let me know in the comments and share your story if you feel comfortable doing that. I would love to hear about it. I read all the comments, and I'm so grateful that you trust me to write your story for me to be able to read, and that you trust the community as well to support you and hold space for you during this great time of transformation that we are currently in. Okay, beautiful souls. Arakna Nihaya, Riha Nahaya, Rihana Nihaya, Atosha Nahai, Atosha Nahai, Shikanaha, 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 Risha, 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 Aweha, 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 Ainaha, Shishana, 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 Awe Anaha, Awe Anaha, Awe Anaha, Rokanaha, Rokanaha, Abrika Ai Shishana, Kikana Hai, Tora, 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 Vishana, 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 Awenahai, Awenahai, Awenahai. Shh. All right, beautiful souls. Please remember, let love be your guide.